talked a little bit about kind of like games. We can view them as drills, but I prefer calling them games, to help us with our West Coast swing. And I think that my generation didn't have quite as much like online information as we now have post-pandemic. But we were told to play around with a lot of this stuff, and I think that it's really helpful for building good habits in addition to just being fun. So rather than like spending endless time like drilling basic technique, which you can totally do if you want to, and I think it's great to improve, some of this stuff will come along by just building good habits with some of these games. So the first one that we talked about was just the idea that if we're doing basics, if we let go after the first 2 counts, this will give us certain abilities, essentially. So just starting with basic side passes, as a leader, I lead the first 2 counts, then I let go. I stay close to my follower, and then I pick up the hand and we anchor. I lead the first 2 counts, I let go, I stay close, pick up the hand, then we anchor and we lead the next thing. There's a couple different variations of this, but that's the basic idea. With whips and sugar pushes, we can kind of have us let go going into the anchor. What does this give us? For followers, the idea is that we can follow momentum. So if I stop moving like my hand and giving momentum to my partner, she will continue to travel while staying close to me, while staying on slot, while knowing where I am. As a leader, I'm very aware of how far she wants to travel, and I'm staying with her. So I'm not going to wait over here and be like, oh no, my follower got away from me, right? So I'm going to think about keeping my frame, stay close to my partner, pick up the hand, decelerate, anchor, and then lead the next thing. So that's the first one. We call it the let go drill. We can do it with any basic, but we start with kind of like side pass and stuff like that. A slightly more advanced version that I'd love for you guys to play with on your own time if you want to is going through basic traveling turns with that, essentially treating everything like a free spin. So I can prep an inside roll, let go, she can land under her own balance, then we pick up the hand. I think for followers, that one's super useful, especially in terms of like, oh, I can land under my own balance without having to hold on to my leader. And for leaders, I need to lead enough of a clear rotation that my follower is being set up for success there, all right? So that was the first one. The second one was what we call the pancake drill, where we just place our hands flat, one on top of the other, like there are a couple pancakes stacked on top of each other. And essentially the goal here is, what can we do while maintaining only touch contact? So we've taken away a lot of our basic stretch and compression connection, but the thought is, like, as we come through here, what can we clearly, like, lead and follow, just maintaining barely that contact is the idea. For leaders, this makes us a lot more clear with like our visual language. If I want a side pass, I can't really pull my follower through it, so I'm forced to shake through and be like, I'd like you to go under the arm, I'm gonna move with you down slot is the idea. For followers, I think this helps build a lot of confidence because you don't need your leader for balance on a lot of this stuff. Just with that touch, that's enough to guide you and be shown by the leader, kind of like what that plan A is. As we kind of start putting this type of connection back into our basic West Coast swing, this gives the followers a lot of options to play with stuff and kind of like contribute their voice as the connection gets lighter, is the idea. The general thought too is, like, I think for a lot of us, we only hold like our frame if we have something to pull on, like connection with our partner. But as soon as we have just the touch, we get all loose and floppy. So the idea is I still have my frame, even though I'm not really using it to connect with my partner is the idea. And that actually will help my follower know where I am and vice versa is the thought. The final one we had, dealing with extensions, all right? So the idea that as followers get more and more accomplished with like just knowing the basic patterns that you come across in the dance, sometimes we get a little bit too good at guessing what's about to happen, and if she steps forward by herself and I was already leading a 6-count move, it would still work even though like she left the connection here. So the idea here is we're giving leaders the option to not extend the basic, extend it by 2 counts or by 4 counts. So at the end of that 6-count basic, I can either lead another sugar push again right away, or I can add 2 walks at the end, walk, walk, or I can add maybe like 4 walks at the end. So I'm hanging out here a little bit longer with my follower before I go. The idea is that this will help leaders be a little bit more deliberate about like, what would I like to happen? What's the timing I'm actually leading? And am I very clearly leading? Like, leading should feel different from just basic anchor stretch is the idea. for followers, this lets us know like when we have a chance to add stuff while we're still connecting with our partners, and it helps us be patient. So by the end of the time, I kind of had the leaders leading either basics back to back or adding things, but they were kind of playing by ear, like we're gonna hang out here connected without the followers hovering forward. We still have connection here until the leaders decide to lead. So all of these things are building very, very valuable attributes in our dance. I had you guys social dance a little bit and try to bring as many of those good habits into it as we could. I was super happy with what I saw. This is the kind of thing that's really useful in like peer practice groups or one-on-one practice or even in a class or a hangout or something like that. So this is the kind of stuff that makes it very easy to build good habits, I think, that you can then take to your social dance. I thought you guys did great. Thanks so much, guys.